Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy, Maddox Sullivan, in the building. Another episode of Control Shift C, episode number 6, baby.
Let's
Got my
go.
man, yes, sir. Got my man City in the house. What's happening?
Hey,
H
man. We good here.
Town,
H
H
Town in the
Town.
house.
Yeah, man. So, how you doing today, man? How you doing today, man?
Hey, man. Feeling good, feeling great, man. Black, blessed, and highly favored, like my man
Black,
Charlamagne always says. Black, blessed, and
black,
highly favored.
blessed, and highly favored.
Hey, man, we got good weather out here. It's raining a little bit, but, we got some nice. It's starting to get
All
hot. It's
right,
starting to get in the 80s.
all right. It's that question. I want it to be very can Americans be like, "Hey, how you doing? I'm good," and just keep it rolling. Like you giving me a whole elaborate. I don't care about the weather. It's about the rain out here, man. I don't care about the
Man,
weather.
rain in LA. I thought it never rains in Southern California.
Yeah.
But
Well,
it's
it's
raining.
yeah.
Damn.
Weatherman acting a little goofy right now. It's supposed to either rain today, tomorrow.
You
They
better
only got
holler at your dancing weatherman guy, tell him to change the weather.
they only got one job, get the weather right, and they still can't get it right. I'm supposed to go on a nice brunch here tomorrow, and and if it's raining, what's the
To be
point of going out there?
raining.
Yeah. I want to kind of get into this thing, man. We kind of talked about it on the other side. For all you work bays, for all you folks out there that's working in corporate America or, whatever job you have. Some of y'all might be in relationships, real relationships, not,
Mhm.
the work relationship. Like you got an actual significant other that you come home to or you see every other day or whatever. Or, if you're married, is it acceptable in any relationship to have a work wife or work husband? All right.
Let's
Yeah,
talk
right.
about it.
We got to talk about this because I work in a somewhat of a corporate setting, if it's not film related. And I know you've worked in corporate settings, and then you have somebody who is in corporate settings,
That
right?
I do.
And some folks, they get the keying a little too hard, you know what I'm saying? When they get a phone call from whoever, John Smalls or Sidney Alfred, and you be like, "Hey, girl or guy, you laughing a little too hard over there. What the fuck they talking about?" You know what I'm saying? I want to know, is having a work husband or wife considered acceptable? And let me hear your take on this, brother.
Man, I mean, look, having a work wife. First of all, if you're single, cool. If you're in a relationship, I don't feel like it's acceptable because that's that wording, husband, wife, that's a sacred word, for your significant other. Got
So
to
you
keep it at
taking
that.
it on a like a legit traditional
I mean,
standpoint.
how else you gonna take it?
Well, I'm seeing it from the perspective like it's just and I'm about to tread some water here. Somebody that you at somebody that you at work with that's like yo homie, you real tight with, y'all go grab lunch, you get coffee,
Mm,
you confide that C word, you confided into them a little bit because
that could be dangerous. That could be very
that shit
dangerous.
get a little tricky because if you get to confide it into somebody at work, male or female, or have you if you part of the ubiquitous community too. Um, but it's like if I'm confiding in this person, doesn't that tread a line of emotional cheating?
Yeah,
Right?
100% it does. And
Mm.
then especially whenever you attach, oh, that's just my work wife.
Whoa! Only white people say shit like that, though. Black people really be saying shit
Uh,
like that?
yeah, 100%, man. This isn't race based. This is
Yeah,
this is
I've never heard, I work around quite a few black folks. I've never heard a black male or female be like, "Oh yeah, that's my work babe."
right. That's
What?
because they're not gonna tell their friends that per se. It's like, or maybe they would, but I feel like you just can't you gotta just tread lightly because the thing about it is that if you confide in that with your significant other and just jokingly mad, "Oh, just my work wife. That's just my this, that, and the other," then it's like, okay, but then things start to get dicey with you and your relationship, right? Who you gonna run to?
That person you chit-chatted it up
Your
at
work
work
wife.
with. Yeah, yeah.
So I personally don't feel like it's acceptable to be like, "Hey, I have a work wife," under with one exception.
Uh-huh. What's hold up. Whoa, whoa, what's that? Da da da. What shit, bro?
If if it's a woman, she's talking about a man, and the man's gay. That's my work wife.
Is
Or I guess my work husband, but the guy's gay.
mhm. Well, I mean, hey, some of these gay people, men and women, they be pulling them, dog. They be pulling 'em. I'm just saying. Some of these, folks, man, these ubiquitous community members, they be pulling.
Hey, they do, but not all of them are bisexual, right? Some of them just straight up like men.
Mm, some of them could just kind of be exploring. Look, I don't want to go too deep into the weeds here because I don't know I have not
Hey,
researched
look,
on this quite a bit. But what I can say from an experience, something I've seen with my own two eyes, some of them be dabbling in there too. They'll make a
100%.
comment. They'll make a comment like, "Man, you out kicking it, you out with some of your coworkers and you bring your significant other, they be like, ha ha, a little too much to drink. Ha ha, I take your man. Or I take your woman. Ha
Look,
ha, you like, shut up, fool, you gay,
ha
whatever.
have you ever had it to where, a lot of, gay dudes tend to hit on you?
No, no,
Man, look,
I don't know.
man.
I honestly, we in well, I'm in California. You were here at some point in time. I grew up, I spent some time in my life in Atlanta, where I seen quite a few, gay men and gay women. I've been approached by a gay male once in my life. That was high school. And
Mm,
he's my brother, but he's not really my brother. He's my brother.
yeah.
He's gay. He's much little older than me or whatever. He's gay, and he told me he was like, "Hey, I know you don't get down like that or whatever, but don't break him down too harshly. Kind of take it. I'm in high school. Take it like a compliment. This is one man to another man, basically finding you attractive." And I'm like, "Nah, man, I don't know." But I was just immature. Now I'm
Right.
like, hey, I'm comfortable in my skin. I know what moves me and what don't. And I'm like, hey, that's just a compliment, man. Because women can do it all the time. Why come
100%.
men can't? You know what I'm saying? Why come men can't?
Because it gets very dicey with the
Oh,
society.
see,
I mean,
man, you need to
it
grow
really
up.
no, it really does though, because if a woman looks at another woman like, "Oh, she's cute," or "She got a fat ass," or this, that, and the other, guys are like, "Oh, yeah, 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 she do."
Cause
Flip
you thinking with the
side,
wrong head, man. Thinking with
hey,
the wrong head.
time out, time out. Flip side, if a guy is like, "Oh, he got a fat ass," what they gonna do? Like,
All right,
what?
now.
Like,
With I
hey, you see what I'm saying? Like,
don't know if hey, hold up here, man. Man, there's this dude that you brought up fat asses. There's and
whoa,
I'm
whoa, 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 time out,
hey,
time out, time out,
hey
time out.
man,
That
hey, I,
that
again,
segue was crazy.
hey,
That
wait,
segue was
wait,
crazy. Oh, you talking
hey,
about fast? There's this dude.
I didn't say dude or girl. I just said
No,
since you
you said
talked about
there's
fat asses.
rewind the tape.
I
There's this
just
dude.
but there is just I think he's in Africa. He's just they call him like the squat daddy or squat god or something like that.
Whoa.
He's like this like fitness dude, and he gets all these women, and I feel like it's in Africa, bro. I really do. And this man, he got a big, he got a large lower half, and if you looking at it, you like, hold up here. And when the camera go up, you like, dang, she okay, because it's all women. And then when they get a no, no, hey,
I have
hold up here,
hey,
man.
let the
I'ma
record
show
show
you.
I
I'ma
have
show
never
you
seen
that,
this
bro.
man,
I'ma show you this stuff, man,
only
I'ma
the
show you.
man over there. I do not know
Imma
what
show
he's
you.
talking about. Yo,
But
speaking of that,
no, no more segues. Let's get back. No more segues. I don't wanna hear
alright,
this.
alright,
No, no more
alright.
segues.
'Cause I was about to
Back
ruin
to
one for you real bad. I was about to
I
ruin one
don't
for you real
I don't
bad.
want you to do that. All right. I got a feeling I know where you about to go. I don't care for
Nah,
you to
nah,
go there.
nah, nah, nah. Yeah.
But so for me, I'm not, I've been, work settings or whatever. I think at one point, I think I did have like a work day, but I was never like going out of my way to get like, bring coffee and stuff, or we hanging out outside of work. Hell no, it's just like, yo, we chatted a lot. So, it's just one of those natural kind of progression type of things.
Yeah.
But I would be like, hey girl, hey, I'm about to go, yo, you want to go hang out with such work bay? I'm sure my girl at the time would look at me like, are you serious? Is you stupid? Like, no, I don't want to hang out with you and some girl you work with. But it started to get dicey. Like you mentioned, started to get dicey because she's like, okay, now she started digging in. Her freaking her antennas start going up, and she like, all right, this brother getting a little too comfortable. Let me
Yeah.
step in. Have you been there before?
No, I
Or
can't
even on
say
the other
that.
side? Or even on the other side?
I can't say, okay, work bay. The only time that I really worked in that quote unquote corporate environment was when I was in college. Right.
Okay.
Besides that, I've never actually had a corporate job. I've always done a bunch of different entrepreneurial type jobs. So,
Yeah.
but I will say in college, whenever I was doing that, I mean, there was a lot of work bays and look, we had a good time. You know what I'm saying? But, I didn't necessarily have a significant other either though, at the time, because I've always been, faithful. Hey, black men don't cheat. So I was always no, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Black men don't cheat. You see? Tonality is everything.
Man.
See? I'm telling black men do not cheat. All right. So
I mean, there's a lot of men out there that don't.
yeah,
Absolutely.
there are definitely a lot of it. So college is a great time, but the whole I just feel like if you're in that environment, it's very difficult. Let's say your work bay is much better than your home bay. Like,
Let me take a little sip of there.
like, how do you go to work every single day and she putting pressure?
Does she know you got somebody at the crib,
Yeah,
though?
yeah, of course.
Is she your supervisor?
No, 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 no. She's not your supervisor.
If she your
She your
supervisor,
coworker.
then hey,
Hey,
do what you
man,
gotta do. But if she on the same level as you, leave it
same
alone.
level.
Leave it alone. It ain't worth it. It ain't
Really?
worth it. It ain't worth it. If I'm gonna have a work day, she gotta be my supervisor. I'm sorry. Because if
I need a leg up.
I'll thank you. I'm looking for some and but here's the other part too. Like why are should there has to be like a boundary though, right? It's like, oh, because at work, you ain't about to be sneaking out. Well, maybe you might.
Hey,
But
look,
at work, you ain't about to be
lunchtime.
sneaking.
You look. You got lunch breaks. You got lunch breaks.
No!
All right.
Look, I don't think, generally speaking, now there's a few folks out there that's probably doing it. I don't think people are really, with your work base sneaking off on lunch to go to Pound Town or to go grab drinks or, doing some extracurricular activities.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know what? Let me not be naive. I know y'all fucking. I know you're doing it.
Jesus
I know you're
Christ.
doing it. Let me not be naive. Now, forget this political correctness. Look, I know people out there doing it. But when you got you a woman at home and to go back and she badder than the chick you got at home, raise the roof, hold your breath, and pray to God you don't get caught. All right? Then leave it at
Nah,
that.
man. Look, you just got to stay tunnel vision and stick with your girl at home. You don't want to
No.
dip, you don't want to take your foot and dip into that sauce
I
because
mean,
those be the ones they be like, oh, he did me wrong. I'm gonna tell his girl.
that's why we rich folks got NDAs. That's why we need to have NDAs
He said
in the normal life.
NDAs.
Like, look, girl, hey, we are participating in work bay activities. If you decide to step across this line and start snitching and saying things you shouldn't be saying, these are the consequences. And that's
Mm,
it. Sign on the dotted line, put today's date, give me your thumbprint, print that right there.
print. Yeah, man. So many people break NDAs nowadays, you know. And what you gonna do? You about to go and sue him?
I
I'm suing
mean,
you for $100,000 for telling my girl that I'm cheating
well,
on her.
well, here's the thing, because I know a few people personally, and one that kind of sticks out. Well, a couple sticks out in my mind, but one that really sticks out. They had a work bay and they got pregnant. Mhm.
Woo!
How do
Yo.
you how do you like, you know what I'm saying? Like how do you navigate that, right? How do you go home to the man that you've been sucking face with for 3, 4 years, and then this new dude who started at work a year ago, or girl, you know, whichever one, whoever we talking about, whichever gender or same sex, whatever. And you go back and you tell him like, "Hey, I'm pregnant," and he happy or happy jumping for joy. And when the baby come out, the nigga light skinned. Nigga, oh, we chocolate. What the fuck is going on here?
You know, it's crazy because I was actually talking to my wife about this the other day, and she said that she's actually seen a black man, or no. It was a black woman and a white man have a baby, you know,
Mhm.
but the baby came out brown skin and not light skin.
Hey, black, we got some crazy DNA. You know that,
But
right?
I'm
We
just
got
saying,
some
like,
crazy DNA.
I would think, like, I personally don't think that I've ever seen a mixed baby come out brown skin to where you can't tell that they're mixed. They just look like me and you, you know? They just,
Well,
but, but,
my
but it's like you tell me, yeah, my mama white. What?
nigga, you black
Where?
as hell. Where? Hey, my dad genes strong in the motherfucker. Somebody I used to date, she's half Mexican. She looked black. I would have never known she was Mexican until I
You
seen
know,
her family. I'm
yeah,
telling you, black folks, we got some crazy DNA. So I can understand, I can see that happening. I can see that happening.
I,
But,
I,
but I'm still trying to get to there. You got your work bay
yeah,
and you end up getting pregnant by your work bay, and you
mm-hmm.
go home to this man and that baby come out 9 months later, and that baby don't look remotely like the daddy or the mama. It look like another man. You know
Hey
what I'm
man,
saying?
gotta
Hey,
get DNA test. Simple, like that is not my baby. Call it Maury. Hey, yo, Maury.
but
I
But
need
check
you.
this out. But isn't that like screwed up because the woman, and I'm not, it sounds like we just targeting women here, but we men, so we talking about a woman,
Right.
right? Um, the should the woman or should the person come out and say, I cheated, I'm pregnant, and it might not be yours, or just keep letting it ride until that baby
Look,
come out?
look. Um, I mean, that's
Because
a. I,
these are the intricacies of a work bay
I
relationship.
feel like it depends on how strong your relationship is with the person that you are cheating on.
Nigga, I've been with you for 3 to 5 years.
Right, but that,
How much
right, but doesn't mean that your relationship is strong. It could be on the way out. Right.
fair, fair. But you
So
would know it's on okay, if it's on the way out, then won't you just tell that motherfucker I'm sorry, won't you tell that person I'm pregnant and it ain't yours? You want to be out so bad, that's your way
yeah, I mean, there's an
out.
argument for that as well, you know, but that's the same. I mean, this has so many layers to it because, okay, here's one layer. A person is in an abusive relationship, but they just can't leave, right? Not because the person is being abused so bad that it's like if I leave, they're gonna abuse me more. It's like, no, it's almost like they're traumatized to where they can't leave, or like they love them so much, or they feel like, or there's so much hope to where they're like, they're gonna get better. They're not gonna do this again. This, that, and other. And it's almost like they're paralyzed to leave that relationship. There's so many different layers to this in terms of just like
Yeah,
relationship.
yeah.
That it's crazy because yes, she could be pregnant and they're on the way out, but she's not trying to tell him that she cheated on him. Maybe she just wants to leave and leave it amicable, like, hey, we just broke up because of such and such, or she turns that into an excuse to break up because she don't want to tell him that she cheated on
Nigga,
him.
nigga, I don't know what the fuck you talk about.
Look, I'm telling you, man, layers.
That is it's a lot of layers, intricate in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. You included, my boy. Ain't no way we going around a woman come up to a woman we been with for however many years and be like, I'm pregnant. I've been trying to get, for example, I've been trying to play this game, get knocked up for I don't know how long. Doctor said,
You just went super
doctor,
deep. You just went
doctor,
super deep, dog.
doctor said, PK said, hey man, I don't know if it's possible for y'all to conceive, right? You, the man, something wrong with your sperm, whatever, right?
Bro.
Your girl, she been participating in this whole thing at work, and one thing led to another. She pregnant. And you like, wow, I'm about to have a baby. And then the baby ain't yours. Are you gonna stay with
Man.
this person? Y'all been together 5+ years. Y'all got a home together. Y'all got a
Hell
little
no, I ain't staying
side
with him.
hustle together. What do you do? All because of the work husband, work wife relationship.
And that is the dangerous part. And that's why the answer to your question is it is not acceptable, because if things are not happening in your relationship and you do have that work wife, work husband, you got to go and seek that, whatever you're
Yeah.
not getting, especially if you are close with them, or you guys
Mhm.
always flirting, banter left and right, but nothing's really ever happened until something happens in your real relationship to where you feel some type of way. This person did
Emotion.
something, they like, oh man, I'm mad at them now. Hey, so you want to
You
grab
free
lunch?
tonight? You free
Right.
tonight to go out for a drink? Emotional
Oh,
damage
damage.
control.
Yeah. But the scenario you gave just turned a regular conversation into a damn Rubik's Cube. In the fact that like you talking about they're trying to get pregnant, and then she went to go cheat and got pregnant by some other.
By somebody else, brother.
Yo, I could not possibly get back with that person because you just hurt me to my core, my soul. We've been trying, like, as a partnership, as a unit, we've been trying to do this thing for how many years? And then you went and got it from some other. It's like, nah, I'm good.
And you had made an appropriate decision.
Yeah, but
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
because
I don't go ahead, my bad.
couldn't even live or like sleep next to you knowing that some other guy
Mm.
got my cookie.
Hey man. But you ain't the first person to hit that cookie.
Right.
And
And
you
that's
probably,
fine. Whatever
and if
happened
it
in the
don't work
past,
out for forever, you ain't gonna be the last nigga to hit that cookie. But while y'all together, them your cookies. You understand?
my
And
man.
there should never, I was playing devil's advocate, but in no shape or form, once you hit year 3, hell, year 2, all that cool corporatism, work pay, that shit go out the door. All right, out the door. If you got you somebody at work, you know what I'm saying, or at least set those boundaries. Like, hey, you can chit chat it up, but once 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock roll around, and at night, and you getting them good night, or you sending them good night text messages,
Those get dangerous. Those get dangerous,
come
man.
on, man. Because on the flip side, you as a man, your woman is the kind of lifestyle you live prior to, and you know what you probably doing. You gotta work, babe. And your current girl, your significant other also got a work pay. What the hell we doing? Playing swingers anonymous or some shit? What's going on
Yo,
now? Well,
that's
you got a work
wild.
pay, so I'm on the same energy you are. Nah, player. I don't got one. You don't need one either. Right?
100%. Unless you guys want to be swingers, you know?
Ah,
Or you do like the Michael Blackston and him being allowed to have one girlfriend a week.
now what woman? Now you dipping into that well, you starting to dip into the polyamorous lifestyle, which I'm pro polyamory.
I bet
I am
you are.
pro polyam. It ain't necessarily gotta be about, just sexual. It could be, on an intimate I got somebody I go to the movies with all the time. I got, somebody who we connect on a deep level and right. It ain't gotta necessarily be a
You
sexual
know,
thing.
I'm kind of I just don't know because it's hard enough to give 100% full attention to one woman, and then you want to spread that across 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I be seeing some things on online, about I don't know, is it polygamy or polyam when you got the two wives, sister wives situation,
Yeah.
right? I be
Uh-huh.
seeing some even on Discovery Channel, I be seeing,
Neo.
I'm like, perfect. Well, I don't know if he married to them, no. I don't know if he married to
He
them. He
not.
just got 4 girlfriends. These people are
Yeah.
married to each
Ah,
other.
okay. Right, right,
You know what
right.
I'm
Okay.
saying? He just got a few girlfriends. These folks are married. And I'm like, and they got it figured out. They court each other. And the current husband is like, I'm cool with it. The guy who's been around, she's got kids with him, all this stuff. And then this new dude come in.
Crazy.
They go out together. And she's like, "Oh, he's cute." And he goes, "Yeah, he's a good looking man. Hey, let's see what's up." And it's like, what the fuck? And now you got
Bruh.
another nigga banging your wife. Oh, anyway,
Whoa!
that's down. That's but and you in the same crib. So back to the work situation because it's happening, right? Are we gonna be tolerant to that, or are we just gonna like cut it off? Like, hey, what if they's happening in secrecy, right? It's in
I mean,
secrecy,
that's
like,
cheating. So, I mean, it's done so for me.
because like your
I just
wife, huh? You
yeah,
just what?
I just won't stand for it. That's not me. I'm not cut from that type of cloth, and, like, if I'm single and having a good time with multiple women, okay, cool. But
No,
if I'm
that's fuck the singleism. Like
right,
you
singleism.
are not. You're not single. You're
Right,
not
exactly.
single.
Yeah, being married, nah, man. I just it's too much burden on just my soul, my brain, my consciousness. I just can't. I can't.
This nigga
I don't
lying.
know.
This
I
nigga
I don't
lying.
know why you think I'm lying for.
Let me do this, man. Let me do this. You are your one of your many, paths in career. You're in real estate, right?
Right.
Visit some offices, and you might get stuck there. You might get stuck at an office for I don't know 6 months, a year, right? Because that's what you're doing. And this bad one is in the office. And for some reason, she liked your style. She's like, yo, this dude he's on it. He's got his stuff together. He's,
Jesus
he's selling
Christ.
100 million houses. He's selling $100 million worth of inventory a year. I need to get
Man,
on that level. And she start come to you. She ain't being promiscuous or nothing. She's literally interested in how you got to where you got.
okay.
A month, 3 months, half a year go by, because remember you had this office for about a year, you
Right.
start to be like, "Dang, well, she's smart and she cute." You didn't realize she was cute 6 months ago, but now you like, "Yeah, hmm, hmm." And you start to find yourself in a situation where it's like, I'm taking this girl to a show. I'm picking this woman up for a showing. I'm taking her to a showing. Now, after the showing, we kid and her hand touch my lap. We at the
Boom.
bar. Hey, I'm just saying, man. And we get this look at each other. I'm breaking a story down. I'm breaking a scenario down.
Yeah,
And
you are.
we get to a situation and we like, what are we doing? Nothing happened. You go home. Do you tell your wife?
Yeah, I tell her that, we went out for drinks, we went out for a showing, then we had some drinks, whatever, and that's it.
Clean your ass up, motherfucking fast, nigga. I don't wanna
Nah,
hear
see,
shit.
see, it's all about the context, right? This is a professional setting.
So you
Me,
gonna tell her she touched your leg.
no, because that's
So nigga, no, you lying. You
I
cheating, nigga.
no, hold up. How am I cheating if she touched my leg and I didn't touch her leg?
Cause you didn't tell her.
Right. But the thing about it is that
You're lying.
it could be an innocent touch, like, hey, hey, versus caressing my leg. Those are two different things,
Okay. That's
right?
fair.
You
That's
know,
fair.
putting your hand on
That's
someone's
fair.
leg and caressing someone's leg, like, and like talking dirty to them or sweet nothings, that's different.
Okay. So there are holes in my story. There are
I'm
holes in
just
my
saying.
story. But what if I got something for you? I ain't gonna say no names, but what if you out, you visiting, you know what I'm saying? You at a bar with your homies. This is just a scenario. This ain't real. And we kicking, chilling, and a woman comes up, somebody that your homies know, and y'all kicking it cool. But she seems to gravitate towards you, right?
Hmm.
Like, oh, he's very aggressive. He's this, he's that. And next thing you know, her hands is in your pants pockets, front and or back. What? And she reaching, I don't know if she reaching for your wallet or she reaching for something else. And she don't stop reaching and you out to 2, 3, 4. You still with your boys. Do you tell your wife?
There's nothing to tell.
Motherfucker, she was
Look,
caressing your pockets with her hands
no,
in
no,
your
no.
pants, nigga.
She was not caressing nobody. Look, first of all, when the incident happened, you instantly take it out like, yo, chill. So like
That's
for
fair.
me, because the thing about it is that if you out, you having a good time and everything, you're not gonna sit there and come back and tell every single thing that happened every single night, right?
Not everything, but some things you gotta be like, yeah, this happened. I stopped it. Like that's transparency, right?
That
There's being
yes,
honest, and then
that's
there's transparency. Honest, like, hey, what you do? I ain't do nothing to show me and so, I was out drinking. That's what we did. Okay, transparency is like, oh, I was out. This and this happened. This chick came, and she got touchy feely. I had to cut that. Transparency.
right. Look, I agree with you
Are
to a
you a
certain extent.
transparent man, Oscar?
I am a very transparent man, but
Okay.
but at the same time, it's like you have to hold up. Why the hell are we over here trying to grill me about some bullshit
Because you
story?
on some you on some BS, man. You on some BS. Oh man, nope. I'm telling my wife everything. I'm honest, Abe.
100%. But at the same time, but by the same time, it's like you have to learn. I mean, I wouldn't expect you to know, but but
Oh,
look,
shots fired.
you got to learn how to pick your battles too, though. You
Fair.
have to know your wife or your girlfriend or whatever it may be, you know, is something that you say to them triggering, even though it's innocent, right?
Hmm.
So it's like you can't just sit there and just divulge absolutely everything that ever happens because that could turn them insecure and actually make your relationship even worse,
But if
right?
you got good, if you got a good foundation,
Yeah, you can have
you,
a good foundation, but that does not mean that they're not going to feel some type of way about it, regardless of if you did something or not. Right now, every time that you go out with your boys, they would send back, "Oh, what's happening? Is a girl gonna come up to him? Is this gonna happen? Is that like you got to
you go
learn how to
find a
pick your battles?"
you go find an air tag on your car. She be like, oh yeah, where you at? Oh, I'm such and such. You lying, nigga. How you
Yeah,
know? Because I got the air tag in the trunk.
it
Ooh.
provides insecurities that you don't necessarily want,
You don't
especially
want.
whenever everything is like innocent. So it's like you have to learn how to pick your battles. Now, I do agree with you in terms of, hey, look, you have to be absolutely transparent, but if the questions were asked, "Hey, did this happen? Did that happen?" Okay, then yes. But I'm not gonna sit there and just come up to, "Hey, let me tell you everything that happened my night." It's like,
That's fair. Some things you just don't touch
yeah,
on, like a work day. I would never tell my partner that I have a work day. What the fuck? What? Come on. That's again, like what you just said. You know your partner, you know your spouse. you open that up for some problems. But now, while there's still a responsibility, if you don't tell her that, then you need to make sure your boundaries is very clear. Like, hey, girl, we ain't on that type of time at work. All right. Like we laugh, we talk, we chat it up.
Yeah.
We conversing from a work standpoint. That's it. I don't want to be at the happy hour and I want to sit next to Matt. No, you don't. No, you can sit across. Okay. You don't want to sit next to me. All right. That's how that works, dog. I don't even look at me while we at these outings. You get what I'm saying? Fuck that.
Yeah, there's a lot that can go on through. But I want to kind of pivot a little bit in terms of like the family dynamic of like these random off the wall questions real quick.
Oh,
If you had a daughter
I don't.
and
So this will be easy.
and she was, call it 2021, out the house,
Mhm.
would you let her date a man that was 20 years older than her?
That mean he about my age. He would be about my age, if not, a little
No,
younger,
no,
right?
no, no. If she's 21, that means he's 41.
Right. He'd be what I'm saying. If I got a 21-year-old child, I'm at least in my 50s. So he's a little bit
Yeah,
younger
yeah.
than me, right?
Right.
Does he got money?
That don't matter.
Hey man, honestly, I feel like I would have raised me and her mom, whether we co-parented or we together. I feel like we would raised her well enough to know, like, ain't no business. You need to be with this man, and he 20 plus years older than you. With the same in the same breath, some women gravitate towards men that remind them of their father,
Yeah, I
right?
agree with that.
My daddy did this for me. My daddy did that for me. My daddy never talked to me like this. My daddy, whatever. And then she finds a man who just happened to be older than Methuselah, comes to you, and he's doing exactly what she's been accustomed to her whole life. I'm from the stand. I don't have kids, but if I did, I have a sister. I have a couple sisters. So I'm from the standpoint of if he treating you right, hey, more power to you. But if I find out he just trying to stick and move, I'm killing you and him. Cause I'm killing you because you know better, and I'm killing him because he know better, and he messed up. He
Now,
messing up my daughter's mind.
in our age, where we're currently at, and you see these 21-year-olds out in the streets, out in the bars, the clubs, you see how innocent they are. That is your daughter with some 41. Look, they are
Innocent,
innocent. It, innocent and may not be the right word. Um, they are unconsciously
naive,
naive, unconsciously on the prowl without really knowing what's really right in the real world, right? Because
naive.
like, yeah, because like at 21, you think you know a lot, you know.
I know we did. We know we did. We know we thought we knew everything.
Because I mean, even when we go to the bars now and like, oh, how old are you? 21. Ooh, snap. It's like
Right?
sometimes they look like they're 17, 18. So it's like your daughter, your baby girl, 21-year-old, she bring back this old guy, balls already wrinkly, and he just like, hey, this my bag. It was like, oh, or hey, dad, meet my boyfriend. Grayed out, full head of gray, or like me,
Already
bald.
got at least one kid too, because he's 40.
Yeah, I'm talking about, and don't let his kid be close to her age. Yeah, I got a 18-year-old. Hold up, what? Yeah, yeah. So him having an 18-year-old, so he must have had a kid what when he was what
22,
23 or something.
23.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and now
And
he dating.
he looking to have another kid, with my kid, my
So my
baby.
thing is like I would look at it and sort of is he a pedophile? For the simple
Nah,
fact, 'cause yes, I get it. She's of age, right? But my thing is like he's got a daughter that is 18. Does he want someone that kind of in that age bracket? Why would you be dating someone 3 years older than your daughter?
mean, he could be looking to spread his loins into women his age. He probably stuck in his mindset because, medical technology has advanced. But he might be in his mindset like, you know what, she too old. She can't have a kid. I want a younger woman who can produce a baby, be healthy, and I don't have to worry about no complications, none of that.
It's crazy because there's actually a reality show right now that my wife is watching where it's like a blind date situation and they don't know each other's age. And then once they finally meet each other, they tell each other's age. And one person is usually 20 plus years older than the other person, whether it's the
Do
man
they
or the
look
woman.
do they look they age though, or they
No,
look kinda
no, no,
young?
like they all look good, right?
Okay.
And then there was one, the chick was like 51, right? And he was like late 20s, early 30s, right? But
Cougar.
she had 3 kids, and one of them was around the dude's age. Her kid was like 25, dude was 28,
What's
you
up,
know?
little brother? You
Right.
mean big
So
brother? Daddy?
so it's like at 25, looking at your mama dating someone that's 3 years older than you, you're just like, "Yo," like
I
but the
mean,
fa but the funny part about it is that the mom didn't tell the kids how old he was because because she wanted them to like him for him and not be judgmental because he's 28 and she's
we black
51.
we black folks?
Of course not.
Okay. I gotta add. Gotta add. Gotta add. Gotta add. I mean, I think you was in LA then. I was 25. I was dating a woman, she was 40. My mama was like, "Boy, you stupid. She ain't trying to
You
do nothing but take
you
advantage of
told your
you."
mama?
I tell my mama, see, me and my mom, we got a different little relationship. We ain't got like no, we
This
got a
man said, "I
different
told
type of
my mama
relationship.
told me."
We got a different little relationship. But yeah, I told my mama, she was like, she hung up on the first time. She thought I was bullshit. And she hung up. She went, stop playing me, click. Mom, I'm serious. But she had a good job. But when you saw her, she did not look like she was 40, nothing. She looked about 33. I'm like, shoot, yeah, she was bad, boy. Like, I'm the man. Got a good job, government job, got her own spot, nice car, got that paper. But, I was still young. I wasn't mature enough for that woman. She questioned me like, where you been? I'm like, oh, girl, I was in New York City. What you doing in New York? I told you I was doing in New York. You lying. Click. That was the end of that. All right. And I was lying. I was lying. I was lying. I was 25. Man, what you expect me to do?
This
So
man.
so the same mindset, our 21-year-old kid with this older man, she gonna be in this. I'm not gonna say she not gonna be mature, but she might, hey, like, yeah, you the OG, you the old head, but I'm still trying to kick it with, a nigga who can keep up. You know what I'm saying? He got that stamina. We can stay out till 3, 4 in the morning. You talking about you gotta go to work, nigga. I need you to be more available. I'm available at
I think
noon. You're at work.
I think what's crazy about this conversation is that there's a there's a stereotype with whenever it comes to younger women dating older men
Mhm.
versus younger men dating older women.
They in the clear. Them boys good,
100% because it's like,
man.
does she look good? Yeah, son. Oh yeah, high five. I was like, oh, you killing it. She
Give me some.
found it.
And you up there thinking like, well, I sure wish I had a little something at my day.
Now, but if it's your baby girl, you're just like,
I'm,
hold on. Nah,
I'm a
we not doing
killer.
that. Yeah.
Cause you
So
know, you
it's like
know.
because we know, man, we know how we are, right? It's like, I don't want you to turn my baby out like that. Like, nah, it's not happening.
Dog your daughter out. Trust me.
Jesus
I'm a dog her
Christ.
out. But
Like,
then there's some men who's like, no, I actually love your daughter. One of my homies, you know him very well. He had a child with a younger woman. You know what I'm saying? He a good dude. Now, she nigga, he got his kid older now. He's like, man, yeah, I'm trying to figure out life again.
right?
Out here he doing it, right? But like I look at what you brought up, the boy, right? Like you got a son. And
Yeah.
young E come to the crib, pop, hey, what's up, boy? Hey, what up, E? Who this? Oh, this such and such. How you doing? And then you pull him to the back, and you're like, man, where you get that from? Yeah, boy, I met her at such as I met her at the Sayers Club, man. How old is she? Boy, she a 45. That is she 45. You
Look,
like, what?
right, right, exactly. As I do the damn thing, you know.
So like that basketball player, well, he played for the Suns now. The dude, kid dating Dre, or he had a baby with Dre,
Yeah, yeah.
Green, like, hey, nigga, I ain't mad. Hey, so what? She been passed around, and
Even
so they say she been passed around. And nigga, I'm 21, 22, 23 years old, and I got this 40-year-old woman. Why not? Teach me something, girl.
what
I'm all
about?
about learning.
I mean, there's a lot of them, dog. What is it? Michael Jordan's son and Scottie Pippen's wife.
Now that I got a problem with that. Nigga, I got a problem with that one. Cause well, like I know he know the whole family. Your
And the
daddy and
history between the like number one and number two, like what?
your daddy won championships, multiple, won
With this
6 rings with
man.
the he he been at your mama house. He know where your mama stay. I know where what? Families intermingle. He was there when you was
She
born,
probably
nigga,
babysitted you at one point in time.
wiping your ass, nigga. What? And now you up here blowing coke off her titties, nigga. Ain't that some shit?
Did
Come
that really
on, dog.
did that
I
really
don't know,
happen?
but
Oh,
he is a powder head. He is a powder head. And,
oh
hey,
man.
this is weird. I don't know who
Don't I
I was
know it?
more mad at. Was I mad at Jordan, the son, or was I mad at Larson? Because it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I ain't meaning to say her now. I don't want to get sued. But I think I was more mad at her because, like, girl, you know better. You done went through a couple NBA players already. You had one of the goats who you married. You had about 5, 6 kids with, and then you like them young, so you had a couple of entertainers in there. Then you got a couple ball players in there. Now you with an Air Jordan son. It's like, girl, get you some more. Go take care of your kids. Go
Look,
watch your
look,
kids play
man.
ball. Go raise your kids, girls. You 50 something, man. I shouldn't be seeing you in your dating
She
life all on tabloid.
she wanted to feel how Scotty felt when he was playing with Jordan, you know. So she wanted to carry on the legacy, right? So find the next Jordan.
Hey, man. She got 2 or 3 boys. Pour into them.
They're not Jordans.
He ain't. Look, man.
Oh man.
Look,
She needed
I don't even
Jordan.
know what. I don't know if they even have a good relationship, like Jordan and his son. I don't know. I don't care to know.
I don't know if
But it's
Jordan and
like
Pippen have a good relationship.
doesn't matter. If you should have a if you my son, I'm this prominent person. I can't step out the house and don't nobody know who I am. And you my son. And you out here doing stupid stuff like this, I gotta talk to you. Like, cause you representing, yeah, you grown, but you represent me. That's like E coming outside doing some crazy stuff. You this real estate magnate, right? You running the world,
Yeah.
and whatever you doing, and your son, the nigga your offspring, is out here acting a plum fool. And it's like, wait a minute,
I
where your
mean, look,
daddy at?
it's super tough. Like that situation is super tough for the simple fact that they're grown already, so you can only tell them so much. I mean, prime example, Magic Johnson's son.
Oh, I don't even want to talk.
You see what I'm saying?
Hold on, which son he talking about?
EJ Johnson. Of course. Yo, 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 before we go, did you see that clip, that interview where he was like, I don't even like gay dudes. Like, I'm not attracted to gay dudes.
Because they sure talked to those JPP. Hey, Joe Show talked it on Joe Budden
I was
podcast.
dying.
I
Everybody's
believe
like,
they did talk about it on Joe Budden shit, right? I believe they did.
maybe. I didn't catch that. So we're like, newsflash, if they're talking to you and they like you, they are gay. Yo, I was dying, yo. Like, what?
Look, I'm gonna be very careful when I say these things.
Oh man.
Ain't nothing wrong if EJ came and said what's up to any of my people. Hey, hey, it's EJ Johnson. Like at the end
Yeah,
of the day, he's a very famous person. He ain't checking for me. He ain't checking for my friends because he taller than every last one of them, right? He like
yeah, he
about
likes
6'8". He a
yeah.
tall brother, tall person. And so I'm like, hey, I know how I roll. My people know how we roll. You know how you. I mean, EJ might be hitting on us. It'll never go nowhere beyond that building because when I walk out of there, I don't got your phone number. I ain't got your Instagram. We ain't talking nothing like that. And I'm not homophobic either. But what I'm saying is I'm comfortable in my skin. So we can chat it up and you can try to holler all you want. I know you're not. But if you holler, hey, do what you do. It ain't gonna buy me a couple drinks. We'll see how far you get.
Well, on that note, wow, wow. Okay, on that note, thank y'all for joining us today.
Oh shit.
I don't know where he's going with that, but I want no parts of that.
Playing, man. I'm just no, serious. All jokes aside, man. No, like, EJ I feel like he's a man comfortable in his own I'm sorry. He's a person comfortable in their own skin. And he can choose however he wants to live, whatever he wants to do. At the end of the day, he's accepted by so many people. He's accepted by
Yes.
his family. He's accepted by, some of a lot of his peers. He's making money doing, living his life. And if that's the notation he wants to throw out there, the narrative he wants to throw out there, hey, go for it. I don't care. Just don't, you know, what's up, brother? From that far away. All right.
Look,
And we cool.
yeah, I don't care if they come up and talk to me because for some reason throughout my career, my life of just different people I've dated and the entertainment industry, a lot of gay men just love to hit on me, and it's got to a
Yeah.
point where I've kind of gotten comfortable with it. Of course, I'm not going to engage, but I let them know. Or they tell one of my friends, like, hey, your homeboy cute. And then they tell me after the fact, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
don't get out I don't get out there much to get hit on by anybody, so
man, look, I've gotten hit on quite a few. One of my exes, like literally all her close friends were gay men. And like every time that we went out or hung out, it was a house full of gay men. And at that time, I was not very comfortable at all with it. Just because
Mm.
and they're also white gay men. It wasn't like they were black, and she was black. So I'm just sitting here like, okay, like kind of nervous, like, oh, let me just sit over here in my corner. It's
It
like
it
I felt
it's just a
uncomfortable.
much it's just a maturation thing. Like when you young, you're not exposed to it. When you become an adult, you see some exposure, you see some things, and you just learn how to navigate and handle it. It doesn't make you it doesn't make you a bad person or a good person. It's just how mature are you in these situations. You know
Yeah.
you're comfortable in your skin. Hey, ain't nothing wrong. Hey, I got a few gay friends. You know what I'm saying? Hey, in the
Yeah.
industry and not in the industry. My brother's gay, right? I don't that shit don't bother me. I don't want to
Yeah.
walk in on you. I'm not interested in nothing like that. No. And none of
Traumatizing.
yeah, none of that stuff bothers me. But it's like, at the end of the day, like what is it? Some people are like, yo, keep this stuff out away, keep the stuff out of schools, keep it out of education, stop talking to our kids about it. Well,
Mhm.
you got a son that's about to be in school at some point, right?
He in
Keep it
school
away from
already.
my kid. Well, I'm talking like K through 12, K through
Yeah, yeah.
12, that type of school. And at some point he's gonna run into those things, right? And from you, he might even have gay teachers. Who cares? Who
Yeah.
knows, right? But for me, it's just like I don't I'm okay with it as long as you're not trying to put it on my nephew or my child in a way where he has to make some kind of choice.
Yeah.
That's where I'm like, hey, no, I get us around. We can have those I'm teaching my child this stuff, not you. I don't want nobody outside, of my household talking to my kid about this stuff, right? That's
Yeah.
just where I'm at. I got no problem with, the ubiquitous community. I love them all no matter what color you are. Hell, I'm in Brazil all the time. It's a bunch of, lesbians and gay men out there.
Is it
I don't
really?
care. It is. I think it's more women than men out there. It's probably why a lot of women are, a little, on the
Yeah.
other side. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's stuff.
Yeah, man, this was a great conversation, man.
Absolutely, bro.
Got a little too personal about a bunch of random nonsense that has nothing to do with us.
Just having conversation, man. So, I'm gonna get you out of here on this, man. At the end of the day, we know that work bays are probably not acceptable or not
Mm,
wise. I wouldn't say not acceptable, not wise, especially if you're married or you have a strong significant other at home.
yeah.
The relationship with your child and older people that they are dating is probably not the best thing to do. But if they got a little cheese, hey, as long as they forking some over to the house, as
Look,
long as
look,
it's benefiting you, it's okay.
that would always be a tough one for me, if I had a daughter and she'd bring back a 40, 50-year-old man. I
Hey man,
just
hey, my older sister, she dating a man that's he in his 60s.
but
She she her 40s.
I feel like it's
She,
more acceptable whenever you're past, 30, 35 versus fresh out of high school or college.
girl, he's 20 plus years older than you. His kids is he got a kid that's like your age, if not a little younger. Like, huh? Huh? It was weird.
The main issue with that for me is he's older in age. His health might not be the best. I mean, God willing, he lasts till he's 90, 100 years old, but you
Look,
just
hey,
don't know.
to my family's credit, he got money, he's educated, and he looked good for his age, though. I met him a few times. He cool. He takes care of her kids like they his own. He
Yeah,
shows love and respect to my grandmother.
that's dope.
Her mom. He shows respect to the family. And I'm like, hey, I'm cool with it. At first, I was like, it was just the age gap for me. Like, girl, you've been through all these shows, and you end up with Papa Smurf. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? But
Hey,
man, he's all for my family, and I'm like, I can't be mad at that. So, but anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in
yep, yep,
to the
yep.
Sheep Podcast. We will see y'all again on the other side. Be safe, be good, be well. Peace.
Let's do it.